right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get started. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. You may be feeling very apathetic about love. Not giving up, but more bored with the offers that are being made towards you. Or you don't feel like making offers to anybody. We can see the water crashing, all this emotion all around you, but you're up here on the earth, on the sand, being so grounded and so pragmatic and just realizing the nonsense. Okay, you're kind of looking at this thinking, all of this hoopla is a little nonsensical and I'm not having it. I don't want it and I'm not having it, and I'm not going to take part in all of this. You're going to feel like you just want to stay put and not get wrapped up in whatever everybody is showing you. The Emperor reversed. You might be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and they may not be, they might be very angry, very standoffish. They may have lost their way. Okay, if you want to put it that way, losing sight of the bigger picture, losing sight of their actual purpose. Now, remember, the Emperor energy always is fighting. It's a very principled individual. So when we have that energy reversed, that is very much losing sight of your principles. Okay, you're not in alignment here. They aren't. You, whoever this is not in alignment. Now, we do notice that this individual is looking towards the Four of Cups. So you might be making offers to somebody, or they might be making offers to you. And it might be getting to the point where it's just not, I don't want to put it that way. You're just not having it. You just don't want to hear it. Now, keep in mind these energies, this is general reading, so these energies can be flipped, but one person is very focused on the offers and the other one is just not having it. And it could be causing this individual or this energy or archetype to be trying different tactics, or feeling as though it could cause them to be angry. They're getting angry about it. Okay, and then we have the Death card reversed. So when the Death is reversed, nothing in this situation, in the foreseeable future at least, and you're going to feel like nothing's going to be changing. And it may not. It's not going to be anything that's extremely transformative. And it might not be, it isn't going to be transformative, but these efforts made by this kind of irrational being are going to definitely fall by the wayside, and it's not going to turn this situation around. There's with the Death card, we go through, the story is, we kind of go through these dark times or these difficult experiences in our lives. And through those, we emerge, right? We emerge the Phoenix. And we learn from those situations, and we learn from those experiences with a lot of insight, introspection, retrospection, and then we kind of come out on the other side transformed in a way. And it doesn't have to only speak to the individual. It can speak to the situation. But when this is reversed, that transformation is certainly not happening. And when we see offers, maybe inappropriate offers, it's not the way to go about this. It's not going to transform anything. Four of Swords. So we have the fourth major arcana card, the Four of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So there's a lot of fours here. So there is transformation, because when you look at numerology and you look at the chronological storyline that is that experience, 4 is a level of difficulty. It causes us, when we're upright, it causes us to pause. It causes us to stand on our own. It causes us to learn about who we are and what makes us principled and what we're fighting for in the bigger picture. It causes us to step back and really think. The Four of Swords has to do with healing, resting. I'm trying to get this straight. Having a great deal of introspection. And in this card here, swords in tarot represent the thought and the mind, and it's an air energy. And so you can see all of this air. It actually comprises most of this card. And then down here we have the earth, and then we also have this factory or this plant here. So what this is saying is this card upright means that you're thinking through things, healing, connecting the dots. So when you come back out of it, you're able to kind of formulate a response that will allow you to connect all of that and build something in reality. But when this is reversed, there's a lack of thought, there's a lack of understanding, there's a lack of willingness to go within and really look at what can transform this. So Capricorns, during October, you're going to feel either someone in your immediate realm is not acting in a way that's going to get any sort of response. It's certainly not getting any transformation, but the message is very clear that you or whoever this person is needing to think about things, and they're not. I'm excited to pull clarifiers on this, frankly. And then we have the Seven of Cups reversed. So the decision is going to kind of be forced, if you will. With the Seven of Cups, it means there's a lot of options. There's good options, bad options. There's lots of directions. I don't know what to do. So the concept of that card is looking up to the heavens and saying, somebody please give me a sign. I'm all jumbled up and I don't know which direction to go in. But the Seven of Cups reversed means that there is direction. But I feel that with all these cards here leading up to this direction, this decision, this it's almost as if it's inevitable. There's going to be some sort of outcome, and it's inevitable because this is saying this just isn't going well. There's a lack of learning, there's angry behavior, there's apathy, there's a lack of transformation, and it's kind of forcing this outcome. Oh boy, Capricorns. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers with this deck. Spirit and Universe. And I pre-shuffled these as well. Are you dealing with a fire sign? This was the card in this exact position on the Sagittarius reading. Please clarify this reading for Capricorns. Please clarify this reading for Capricorns in their life and love during October. So the Two of Wands reversed. Literally, this is stating that typically the world is at your fingertips, but you're not sure. You don't know which direction to go in, and we know that that's found out later. But initially, you're kind of feeling stuck, and you kind of sense that there's an air of loneliness with this card because you're waiting for someone to walk through this with you, walk through this life with you, join you on this, in this job or this project group or finding a partner. And that's going to give you some direction because you want to have somebody else's input, and then you can compromise and go from there. But here, it's as if, especially because this card is looking here, it's as if there's a lack of understanding about what it actually is that is wanted. And certainly nobody's thinking clearly about it, or this individual is not thinking clearly about what they want and who they want to do it with, right? Who they want to have go on this journey. And if the offers just keep coming, and the offers are coming, the offers are coming, the offers are coming, and there's no interest in it, then it just goes to show that there's like, it's just not the storyline for you right now. It's not the right direction for you. Right now, maybe never. I don't know. Okay. Temperance, upright. So what this is telling you to do, dear Capricorns, is not necessarily remain apathetic, but seek balance. And if this is you or them, regardless, there is this energy of wanting to find or having some sort of balance. And again, this is the card of Sagittarius, so you really could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a fire sign. But it's interesting because I kind of am getting the sense that they're fine, okay, or you're fine. One of you is fine because one of you is not really paying mind to all this stuff that's coming at them. They're totally balanced, right? They're not needing you or you're not needing them on this journey. Like they're fine. One person really wants to be there. Four of Wands reversed. Okay. Four of Wands reversed means that these actions, at least, are never gonna turn into any sort of something that can be celebrated. So, especially if they're acting irrationally, especially if they or you are acting out of anger or rage or a loss of control, a loss of a sense of purpose. So they're very frustrated, and definitely if they're making efforts towards you, then they're really feeling very frustrated, especially if you're not picking up on it or accepting their offers. Again, you or them, one of you is just completely content, the other one is very frustrated. But regardless of who is feeling what, there is no positive celebratory outcome to this when when one of you is acting like this. Okay, I do want to clarify that. Normally, I'm gonna in the extended, I'm gonna pull two more clarifiers or more on this. Queen of Cups reversed. So we have this air of the sense of manipulation, the sense of control, the sense of the sense of wanting to control, but a lack of self-control. Let's clarify the Death card. Five of Cups reversed. Again, because this is here, there's some lessons aren't being learned. There's a lack of introspection and retrospection. And I know I keep saying that, but normally we want situations to transform. We ourselves want to transform. We want to go to the next level. We want to better ourselves. But with this Five of Cups here, there's no regrets. Someone's just clearly just not paying attention and not really hearing or learning. So it's good that there's no regrets, but it's not changing anything. You see? We'll spend some time on the clarifiers here in the extended. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is very much a thinker. Queen of Swords is a strategist. Queen of Swords lacks lives in this realm of data and logic. So she can have a sense of not having emotion, but only focusing on ruling her actions in her life by her thoughts, well thought out actions. And it's very interesting that she is clarifying the Four of Swords reversed. Because in one aspect, there's a total lack of regard and thought. Because this is thoughtless behavior. Lack of thought. A lot of thought. So what is very much needed here is a better strategy, better logic, better understanding of the full situation. Definitely, there needs to be taking the emotion and the passion and the anger and the rage and the frustration out of it, stepping back, and that's the only way that this can transform, but I'm not seeing that transformation taking place. Not anytime soon. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Queen of Wands reversed, okay? So again, it's like there's this forced decision. It is not coming from a healthy place, not necessarily unhealthy, but it's like utter cluelessness. And somebody needs to get a clue and follow it. Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, again, the anger, the rage, the frustration. Wanting to win for winning's sake instead of wanting to win based on merit. Let's pull one more clarifier on this, and then we're going to get into the extended. We'll look at some outcome cards, and then we're going to get into the extended. Okay, and then the Six of Wands reverse. So again, a failure, a lack of victory. Oh my gosh, Capricorns, your readings usually are not like this. So here, let's look at the bottom of the deck and see if we can glean some sort of outcome from this, okay? So first of all, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So this has to do with opening up and being available, okay? And then we have, what is this? Four of Swords. Again, Four of Swords reversed again, Four of Swords reversed. Here we go. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's look at one more. And then here is the, now we have the Four of Cups reversed. Okay, let's talk about this. This is the, it looks like the Three of Pentacles, but it's actually the Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, equality, equal giving, equal receiving. So in terms of an outcome, what do we have? Okay, again, a lack of thought. And now the offers are being made from the other person or heard and listened to. But it's going to take a great deal of opening up, and not just opening up because there's just so much coming at you, but opening up in a way that has to do with really letting somebody in, or being, or allowing them to really see you, or vice versa. Okay, this means not withholding. This means being 100% honorable, trustworthy. This is a very wholesome card. Pentacles are, because they're tangible. You build them, you see them. It's like it can be represented by money, houses, okay, well thought out, well planned out, well warranted actions. Okay, you're building something, and there's a great deal of goodness with the Pentacles. Okay, and you understand this, Capricorn, because you are the King of Pentacles. When your mind is acting right, or when you're not being bothered so much by these just incessant offers. So the offers either need to be reciprocated or they need to stop. But before any of that can take place, all right, there has to be reciprocity. This is a very one-sided right now for some reason. Okay, now let's get into the extended. If you'd like a private reading, that link's below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into the extended, okay? I love you, Capricorns.